Okay, so I like that you have um,
The
the
gradient?
gradient. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. The gradient. Um, so it has more of a contrast up top than just having it black on white.
Mhm.
I also like that you have the triangles as a symbol throughout, so you use the repetition really well. I like that you have this strong line right here with the text and the picture, and another one right where the leadership conference is with the triangles again, and it kind of ends right where here is. So you have two really strong lines, which is really really good. Um, I like how readable the text is. Like I think you picked like a good font for that.
Mhm.
Um, and then I like how you have it cutting off down at the bottom for the logo, kind of having that separate from the whole the whole information, and then having that as a different kind of section to just
Mhm.
like accentuate that that is the company.
Mhm.
We're on to the next step.
Um. Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's really professional. The way it's set up, the message is kind of in the design as well, just because it has a very professional, very clean, very business-like design. So it really helps and goes with the message that you have here about it being a conference, and that it's a very important company, and I think it all kind of goes in there. So I also think that you should,
We're gonna have to redo that.
I think that you should probably change the font up here to
Mhm.
something a little bit less of, I don't know, I think they're too close.
It's the
So,
same font.
okay. So I
Yeah.
think the fonts are too close.
I realized that after I printed it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you need more of a font contrast to do like a modern font up here.
Mhm.
Um, or I mean, you could try to do a decorative, but it's not gonna look as good just because
Yeah.
it's a
It's
formal kind of.
that was the thing. I had a couple decoratives on it,
Mhm.
and I didn't like because it ruined the whole clean, like professional thing I was
Yeah.
trying to go for.
So you might want to do like a modern font just so it's still kind of clean
Mhm.
and has that businessy look, but still has the contrast.
Mhm.
I think down here when you have the date and stuff, I think you need to separate that just because the way it reads is, October 21st, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Lincoln Convention Center. It doesn't say at Lincoln Convention Center. So if you're going to do
Okay.
more bullet points like that,
Mhm.
then you need to do it like
A couple more.
different lines. Just make sure you don't have like a widow on the bottom
Yeah,
of
that was
one
that
letter.
was rough.
Yeah, so that's the hard part. But just so it doesn't read as one sentence.
Mhm.
Um, Also, I I would bring it up a little bit more just so it doesn't
Mhm.
like bring the text up, just so it's not right next to this black line and it just like seeds into it. Unless that was the goal.
I did, but I don't think I like it with his font. So I
I
think
don't.
maybe with a
Yeah, maybe
modern
with
it'll
it.
look better.
Yeah, just because with this you have like these little holes,
Mhm.
and I don't like that. If it was all coming out of it, it would look better
Mhm.
than having little holes, so it looks like you just made it a little bit too low.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe I
but
can
other
fiddle with it and move it down.
yeah,
Maybe if I like it. I don't know.
yeah.
I'll fiddle with it.
But other than that, are
Now,
these? Do you have a line here? Like,
yeah, it's
is
all.
that okay? That's
Mhm.
lined up. Okay, good.
Mhm.
But
And
yeah, other than
my
that,
question was, do you think this should be either over a little bit more or down a little bit more? Like, 'cause I feel like this is kind of an awkward placing for my subtitle.
I think you need to maybe put it in the middle of the bar. But I like
Okay.
that it goes here and then you
I
go
know that was what
down.
I was going
Because
for.
then it flow. It kind of has
Mhm.
kind of a Z pattern to it. Just so you can. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
backward Z, but you want some kind of flow. And if you just had it here and then you like read this and then you go here, like it's really not a flow.
Yeah.
So I like it like that. But again, you'll have to play with
Mhm.
the typefaces to really find out what you like about it.
Yeah. So the type. What did you think about the image?
I like this. I like this image,
Mhm.
and I think it looks really professional. Just as long as you have it, lined up with the just the big text part right there.
Mhm.
Um, you could even maybe might close off the white space a little bit. I think you have good white space, which is a good thing too.
That was rough. trying to
Because there's
figure all that,
a
because I
lot of
wanted a
different
large
stuff.
graphic. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's lots of different stuff on here. But I like it, and then the text isn't too close to that. But just make sure, like, for this one you won't cut it off, but for other ones you will. So make sure the text isn't too close to where you're going to cut it off.
Yeah, no, the box is aligned, but the words are not.
Right.
So, like, the text box lines up perfectly with that. So if I do cut it, it should be fine.
Okay, because you just don't want the text really close to the edge.
Yeah.
But other than that, it looks really, really good.
Thanks.
And I like that there's like lots of variation in it, but it still all comes together with the triangles.
So all in all, fix the font.
And
then what else? What was it?
fix the font. Maybe
Kinda
move
adjust
this
the
down.
subtitle. And then fix my bullet pointing. Maybe add another bullet.
Yeah, and try to fix this just so it's not reading weird.
Yeah, and maybe I can use like a different font so
it stands. Yeah, you could even make it like bigger since that's. I mean, that's the important information is that you need to be here at this time in this place.
It needs to stand out because it just looks more information.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, it looks good though.
Thanks.